how people always say, how was your Christmas? And you always say, quiet, you know. Well, what else could it be when you're packed to the rafters with nosh, chronically plastered, and sick on too many cigars? I mean, which of us feels like a disco dancing contest just now? Excuse me, am I by any chance talking to myself? Right. Well, there's one thing I'd just like to say. We have eaten all the pudding. I put 10 sixpences in, and we've only accounted for 8. So someone's going to die of sixpence poisoning. Oh, well, this is a real firecracker of a Christmas then, isn't it? I'm going to open my presents.
You can't. 'Tisn't Christmas for 3 days.
I don't care. It's our Christmas. We said before being engulfed by parentage that we would have our Christmas. And this is it.
There's another reason you can't open your presents.
What's that?
You haven't got any.
What's that then? Scotch mist?
What's that?
From my mum's Christmas people.
What's Christmas people?
People I never meet. Every Christmas we just exchange unwanted gifts remotely, using my mum's as a dead letterbox.
Who are they?
Desmond and Joyce. Lovely couple. Last time I saw him, he was a Lance Corporal in the Royal Welsh Fusiliers. Probably a Field Marshal now. Ah! Lovely Auntie Joan. Now, she really is history. I haven't seen her for years. I can remember what she looks like. She's probably grown a beard.
When did you last see her?
Oh, ages ago. Must have been... I don't think I've ever seen her. Well, I mean, I've kind of seen her spoor, little cairn of packets over the years. Perhaps she doesn't exist. Perhaps my mum made her up.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. I mean, do you give her presents?
Yeah.
Well, there you are, then.
Yes, but I just leave them at my mum's and collect these. I bet when my mother dies, I find a little pile of unwanted Stratton compacts, toilet bags and initialed hankies with yellowing tags saying, Merry Christmas, love Jimmy. Right, no nodding off. We're going to play games.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
Oh, no, please.
Oh, yes. We are going to enjoy ourselves. No ducking out. Booze must be drunk, food must be eaten, hangovers must be had, and games must be played. Right? We'll have a little quiz to start things off gently, OK?
All right.
OK.
OK, where did the 3 wise men come from?
The East.
The East?
Yeah.
Is that the best you can do? The East? What does that mean, the East? Moscow, China, Bethnal Green?
That's what it says, doesn't it? 3 wise men came from the East.
Wise men?
What?
It doesn't say how many.
That's right. So it doesn't say where they came from or how many there were.
It just says they presented unto him gifts. They came out of the East bearing gold and frankincense and myrrh.
Blimey, it's like me and Auntie Joan. All I know about her is she presents gifts. She comes out of Fulham Broadway bearing nylon socks and Old Spice stick deodorants. So, they are the dark horses of the Christmas story, then. Anyway, they came from Babylon.
How'd you know?
I checked with Father Younghusband.
Who's Father Younghusband?
Our vicar. I helped him up the other day.
What do you mean you helped him up? What had happened to him?
He'd fallen off his roller skates. He was just lying at the roadside.
Roller skates?
I didn't see him at first because of all the priests and Levites passing by on the other side.
What was Father Younghusband doing on roller skates?
Falling off. His cassock had caught in the brake.
You can't roller skate in a cassock.
Wish someone had told Father Younghusband.
They haven't got brakes. Roller skates?
Yes, they have. Little plugs like upturned doorstops. You just lean forward, gently touch the brake on the ground and fall off. They're very effective.
Why was this improbably named cleric on roller skates in the first place?
I don't know. Probably the recession's version of a ton-up vicar.
Just a minute. This Father Young husband, has he got a great wave of white hair and a great big tum?
That is the one.
But he's 100.
Well, he's getting on.
Getting on? He's Harold Macmillan's grandfather. Don't they ever retire, Vickers?
If he keeps on with the roller skates, they won't have to. Perhaps he was just after a swift transfer to head office.
I knew this was all tosh. Roller skating, Vickers. That chap can hardly walk. He couldn't roller skate to save his life.
I have been at pains to point out that he was not a successful roller skater. He was a failed roller skater, a recumbent roller skater. And I assisted him, gave him succour and support. He was so grateful he let me into his bring and buy Christmas bazaar for free.
Was it any good?
Nah, a load of rubbish. I got your present there, actually. By the way, Jeff was there.
Who's Jeff?
That man that came to dinner the other week.
Well, was this vicar badly hurt?
He seemed all right. Engaged me in conversation about the wise men quite readily. They've got this terrific mural they've done of the Christmas story. Kids' party there today. Do you know how far Babylon is from Bethlehem?
Do you know offhand I don't? I expect it's in the back of the AA book.
500 miles.
Well, so what?
Well, it makes you realise what was involved, doesn't it? Bumping along on the back of a camel for 500 miles in the middle of winter. No joke. I mean, the roads weren't up to much in those days. No 6-lane motorways. No pulling into Newport Pagnell for a bacon sarnie and a game of Space Invaders. How fast does a camel go?
Don't look at me.
I don't like this quiz. You getting on all right with that nut?
It's a Brazil nut.
Yes, I don't want a course in botany. I just wondered if you're going to open it at all.
Well, I'm trying to, aren't I? Brazil nuts are difficult. Dear God. Need a month's circuit training and a course of steroids to get into these things.
Well, try another one.
Certainly not. I'm not giving in to a piffling nut. This nut's number has come up.
Talking of nuts, why isn't Mrs. Ratcliffe here?
Joking.
She wouldn't sit down with a murderess, Mrs. H.
Or a doxy.
A what?
A doxy is the latest word for it. You're a murderess and I'm a doxy. I don't know what he is.
Nothing is what I am. She never remembers my name. I said to her the other day, Shelley, you know, like the poet. Oh, yes, she said. Since then, I've been Keats, Tennyson, Wordsworth. It's like holding a conversation with the index of the Golden Treasury. She was at the bring and buy, didn't even recognise me. And she showed... It's difficult saying this. She is so savage. Everyone must be flogged and tortured before being hanged.
Oh, hanging's too good.
Oh, you do get worse instead of better.
Oh, this bloody nut. What use are they? You need a degree in safe-breaking and a thermic lance to open the little beggars. When you do crack it, all you get is a handful of soggy gravel. Whatever animal lives off Brazil nuts, I bet it's extinct. I mean, how did anyone discover they were edible? They're not attractive, are they? They look like charred bits of igneous rock. Or elderly armadillo droppings. I don't even like them very much.
Will you stop going on about that sodding nut? Blimey, what a start to Christmas. Sitting here, two Polacks to do anything but talk, and all you can do is witter on about a manky Brazil nut.
Wish something Christmassy would happen.
Like what?
I don't know. Someone being sick. A nice war film. Right. Auntie Joni's Prezi.
Oh.
I'm right about her. She's a phantom.
Oh, now, look, now, why would anyone make up an aunt?
Well, you see, my mum's a great family person. There's just one snack. There's no family. I'm an only child, so's my mum, and the old man had scarpered with the cleaning lady. So, picture the scene. December the 24th. Little Jimmy in a shallow, fitful sleep, excited by what delights the morn might bring. A lonely mother's eye falls on a pitifully inadequate pile of prezzies, a single tear rolling down her fevered cheek. Eureka! Enter Auntie Joan. And doubtless one or two others my memory is too feeble to recall.
I'm gonna cry.
Good, eh?
Oh, this is absolutely ridiculous.
Have you ever met his mother?
Of course I have, at the wedding. Shared a bedroom with her.
Well?
Well, I mean, you'd know. I mean, she's your mother's sister. Or your father's. I mean...
No. She's honorary. She's made up. So don't complain. I'll just grab the goodies. I'm going to be disabused when I'm older. Then, one year, I take it into my head to buy Auntie Joan a present off my own bat, out of my own money. Then what?
What'd you buy her?
Well, it was rather nice, actually. A rather appealing white polystyrene Scotch terrier with a red bone in its mouth, stuck on a car safety pin. Well, you don't expect Cartier when you're 10, do you?
How do you remember all these things?
He doesn't, Mrs. H. It's all rubbish. He makes it up. Just like the roller skating vicar.
So what is wrong with the chimney all of a sudden?
All that chimney stuff went out with button boots.
You're kidding.
Who's this?
Father Christmas, Mrs. Jack. Who do you think it is, Nanook of the North? You're having a son about the chimney?
Of course not. He used to play havoc with the red soot and the ermine, you know. All that soot.
Well, bless my soul.
I keep up the propaganda, though. It's very useful. And while people are staring at the fireplace, I nip in the front door, all unnoticed.
What if it's locked?
I'm assisted by a platoon of lock-picking pixies.
You did say that awfully well.
Anybody here grow roses?
Yes, my Willie does. Why?
Only the reindeers outside, you know. Nothing like it for roses.
Now you're here. There's something I've always wanted to ask you. How do you get round all the houses in one night?
Ah, well, I won't tell you the whole secret, but it's partly because I have my son to help me.
Your son?
Certainly.
Merry Christmas.
Come in. Come in, sir. Sit yourself down.
He's not the real Father Christmas, you know.
Well, thank heaven someone's talking sense round here.
Of course he's not. You are, aren't you?
Of course I'm not.
Perhaps someone will be good enough to tell me what's going on.
Sorry, Mrs. Hawkins. Mrs. Ratcliffe let us in.
Oh, it's Jeff.
This is Matthew. He won the prize for the best Santa. There was a contest at the party.
See, there was a play that they did, and he played the part of Santa Claus.
Do you know, I thought it wasn't Catherine the Great.
You never told us you were playing Santa this year.
No, I got roped in at the last moment. But the chap who was going to do it had an accident.
Oh, no. What happened?
It was Father Younghusband. He fell off his roller skates.
Do you reckon this year she'll mention that Morocco trip?
I expect so.
Be interesting, that.
Why?
Well, seems that when she was last there, they were about as hospitable as a detention centre. But she kept a stiff upper lip and cracked on it was all hunky-dory.
Well, there you are, then.
What?
Well, she's not going to come on and say, we wish you all a very Merry Christmas, and by the way, this year we went to Morocco and were treated like a load of armadillo droppings, is she?
Oh, no, I suppose not. Where's she gone for Christmas, anyway?
Dunno. Sandringham, I think. Why? You thinking of asking her round?
I'll tell you one good thing about being royal.
What?
They have a man to open the Brazil nuts. You all right, Mrs. H?
think I'm a bit tipsy.
Tipsy? Tipsy? You're legless, Edna. Blasted, my love. Tipsy indeed is coming out of your ears. Here, have a drop more. Which is your glass?
Those three.
Hey, those two Father Christmases. Now, that was a sight, wasn't it?
Excellent. The way Jeff just walked in like he was the real thing. Hey, and wasn't that little boy terrific?
He was the best.
You shouldn't have given him all that food.
Well, he said he was hungry.
No, I mean the sort of food.
What do you mean? Kids like that sort of nosh. Eggs and beans and fruit salad and so on.
Not all mixed up in the same bowl.
Well, it was what he wanted.
I shall see that egg yolk running over those pineapple chunks till the day I
Well, he lapped it up.
die. Dipping his chocolates in it.
Well, he enjoyed it, and he was the one eating it. Kids like doing things like that, experimenting.
Listen, I wanted to try it. It looked terrific. I'm drunk. Oh, how wonderful. First plastering of the season. A very Merry Christmas to all.
That's very kind. And to you.
Ta, you take him home.
Yeah.
Do you think his mother will mind? Edna!
What?
Don't go to sleep. You might never wake up. Are you sure you're all right?
Perfectly.
Shouldn't be drunk in your condition. Do you think his mother will be cross we gave him all that funny food?
Listen, you won't believe this. He walked straight in and demanded grub.
Oh, no. Where's he put it all?
God knows. I left him munching a Christmas pudding sandwich.
Right, come on, Jeff, have a few drinks. You've got some catching up to do.
I mean, it was a wholemeal bread Christmas pudding sandwich.
Oh, of course.
What do you mean, in my condition? It's you shouldn't be drinking.
I can drink. It says so in my book.
Father Young husband. He's not badly hurt, is he?
It's severe contusions of the gluteal maxima.
What's that when it's at home?
Badly bruised bum.
Why is he so keen on roller skating anyway?
There's this craze at the church youth club. All the kids have them.
Ah, but Father Young husband is not a kid. He doesn't have to follow these fashions.
Look, it was all we could do to stop him rinsing his hair blue and green.
Well, if you will excuse me, I'm just going to give my mum a quick phone call.
What for?
I wish to track down the apocryphal Aunt Joan.
God, you're silly. That Matthew had you sus straight off. How did you get on with Isabel? In that bedroom at home?
Oh, she was very nice. I liked her very much. But you can see where he gets it from.
Gets what from?
Well, she's as nutty as he is. And as for language...
Hello, Mum. I hope you wouldn't use that kind of language in a barrack room, Ma. Or on board ship, because you'd offend people. Well, how am I supposed to know you're rushing out? I just wanted Auntie Joan's number. Thank her for the prezzy. Well, give her mine sometime, perhaps. No, I don't want to keep you. Merry Christmas. That's the last set of thermal underwear you get off me.
Is that you, Mr. Milton?
Shelly, Mrs. R. Shelly.
It is you. Good. There are 2 lunatics after you.
Good heavens.
Yes. All dressed up in Santa Claus things. And they've got one great big man and a dwarf. And they rang my bell.
Good heavens. What did they say?
A Merry Christmas.
Well, villains, I expect.
Oh, they all are. The little one had the audacity to say that I was silly.
Good heavens.
I think they're after that doxy upstairs. Oh, it's disgraceful. Tell me, what you make out of it? I mean, the poetry. Well, who wants to buy poetry nowadays?
Mrs. Ratcliffe, I'm not a poet. I've just got a name like a poet. I'm called Shelley. My name is Shelley. You see? James Shelley.
Yes, well, all right. There's no need to make a song and dance about it. My name is Sybil Ratcliffe, but I don't go round shouting my name to everybody, do I? Do I? No. You know, I don't think that you're quite right in the head.
I wouldn't quarrel with you there. Mrs. Ratcliffe, Sybil, it's Christmas, the season of forgiveness. Won't you please pop up, have a drink with us?
Oh, no, I can't do that. I've got an errand.
What's that?
Witch hazel.
Ah, appropriate name. What's it for? Spiking drinks?
You don't drink it?
You don't?
No. You rub it in. You massage it in thoroughly.
Rub it into what?
I am going to apply it to the wounds of Father Younghusband. Goodbye.
Good heavens above. Hello? Auntie Joan. My word, that was quick. How are you?
Did you go to the bring and buy then?
I organised it.
Oh, you organised it. Yes. Shelley said it was very good. Edna!
You don't die just 'cause you fall asleep, you know. I've noticed this over the years.
Sounds like a Shelly line to me, that.
Well, Auntie Joan is alive and well.
Of course she is.
Except for one sad bit of news.
What?
The Scotch Terrier. All the red's come off its bone. I'm hungry again.
You can't be hungry again.
Ah, there's some Christmas pud left. Yummy. I thought it had all gone.
I think perhaps I might be about to do something Christmassy.
Be sick. I was afraid of that.
Take deep breaths.
I'm okay. I'm okay, it's passing. I'm all right.
Good.
Just don't talk about Matthew's tea for a bit.
I won't. Well, here's to a merry one.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Just, one thing. Are we okay for money over Christmas?
Sure we are.
Oh, good.
Why?
I just swallowed 2 sixpences.